Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. It's the beginning of January right now. I've just finished taking down my Christmas tree. And so in between putting all that away, I thought I'd sit down and film this video, which, as you can see by the title, it's going to be a review of my goals from last year and what I've got planned, hopefully, for this year. So I'm going to start with how my goals went in 2023. So I sort of have three main things that I wanted to do. The first one was to travel, and I think I did this pretty well. I went away to 7 different places throughout the whole year. I couldn't really do sort of like proper backpacking traveling where you go away for sort of 6 months at a time, but I sort of planned to do lots of trips throughout the year. So the first one, I started the new year in Copenhagen with my friend, and she lives in Scotland and I live in Kent. So we arranged for somewhere where we could both fly to, and we spent the new year together, which was really lovely. We were only there for 2 days, but it was nice to do something a bit different for New Year. After that, in the middle of January, I went solo to the Maldives for a couple of days. I've always liked the idea of going away in January because you have all the buzz and festivities of Christmas, and then January's a bit like, So I wanted something to look forward to for in January. So I chose to go to the Maldives, which I am going to do a video about sort of going solo to the Maldives and my trip there. But yeah, that was amazing to go there, and it was everything I wanted to be and more. Then in March, I went to New York, Washington, DC and Boston with my mum. We just had a week there. We spent a few days in each place, and that was really cool. I'd been to New York before, so it was nice to go back and do all the things we didn't do the first time. And then I'd never been to Boston, but I heard it was a lovely city and really enjoyed it there. So yeah, that was a good place to go to. In the middle of May, I went on my biggest trip of the year. I went to Australia for 3 weeks, which was amazing, and 3 weeks was not enough time there. I wish we could have stayed longer, but we kind of did everything we wanted to do. We did the main bits of the East Coast, and we went to Ayers Rock as well. And yeah, that was fabulous, and I would love to go back to Australia one day, but I'm so pleased that I went. Then the end of June, I went to my favourite place in Greece. If I could just travel to one country for the rest of my life, I would choose Greece. I love the food, I love the people, there's so many different islands. But yeah, went to my particular favourite island, which is part of the Peloponnese. It's not even an island, it's part of the mainland. My favourite place in Greece, which was, yeah, nice to just have a week of chilling on the beach, which was fabulous. And then in October, I went to the Grand Canyon and some of the other national parks in America, and that was amazing. Grand Canyon is somewhere I've always wanted to go, and so it was fab to finally tick that off. And then lastly, at the beginning of December, I went to Bruges in Belgium for a couple of days to see the Christmas markets. So yeah, I think I've exhausted myself travel-wise for a little bit. So yeah, that was definitely New Year's resolution number 1 ticked off. And my second sort of thing I wanted to focus on last year was my work. I do private tutoring for a living, and I just wanted to make sure that I kind of kept that up consistently, that I was doing the best I could with it. Yeah, that went pretty well. I got some new people. Not many people left me, unless they sort of finished primary school. So yeah, that was pretty successful. And there were a couple of little bits that maybe could have gone a little bit better. Sometimes I forget that this is like my business and it's my living, and so if I get a last minute cancellation like literally an hour before, I'm not always the best at charging people, so I need to get a little bit stricter with that this year. And it would be nice to build up a few more people. I've actually started doing homeschooling people during the day, so it'd be nice to get a few more people for that maybe. So yeah, it was okay, my work, but that's something I definitely want to focus on more this year. And then my third goal for the year was to meet a nice man, and I did that. I met him beginning of January, so we're actually going away for our 1 year anniversary next week. But yeah, we've done lots of things together. We went to the Grand Canyon together. Big tick on that one. So now I'm going to talk about this year and what I want to do. I'm not really a big New Year's resolution person, even though I set myself goals last year. But I think sort of the whole idea that you need to change who you are at the beginning of the year. Sometimes I like to do it and sometimes I don't. The main thing the reason I'm doing this now is I think sort of after there's no structure over Christmas. One day last week I was like, what day is it even? So I like to do this to sort of kind of get myself back into a routine and sort of like, what can I focus on now to kind of get back into daily life. But so these goals are they're very broad and open, and it's more like, what do I not want to have, how do I phrase this? What do I want to end the year having done? Or what I don't want to end the year not having done. There's a lot of double negatives there. Basically, at the end of December, what do I want to have, which I suppose is what a New Year's resolution is anyway. So yeah, I've got some big goals and then some smaller everyday ones. So I'm not really into manifesting and vision boards, but I can get the idea of a vision board in that you look at it and that helps you to focus on what you want. So I've just done a couple of little pictures here as kind of the main things I want to focus on this year. So the first one here is money. See, with the travel last year, that was quite expensive. I'd saved up a lot of money over COVID, which is sort of what partly funded the travel, but to go away that often is not sustainable. And so this year I want to focus on getting my savings back up, but also in terms of how much money I earn per month, because see, I'm a tutor, I'm self-employed, my income isn't fixed, it fluctuates each month, each week, and so I just know that I want to be able to earn enough money per month to cover all my outgoings and then replenish my savings, and then maybe have a few little treats every now and again, whether that's going to see a West End show or buying some new clothes, something like that. But I want to make sure that I'm earning enough to sustain a fairly minimal lifestyle, or not minimal, but I want to earn enough so that all my outgoings are covered, but I can still save as well. Next one is to maximise my timetable efficiently, allowing for some downtime. And what I mean by this is, because my work doesn't technically start till about 3:30 in the afternoon, I've got some during the day with my homeschooling people. So I get an hour and a half free sort of over lunchtime, and I don't just want to spend that time sitting on the sofa having lunch, having a cup of tea sort of thing. I want to make sure that I'm using that time effectively, whether that's going to the gym, taking the dog for another walk, that sort of thing. Move my relationship forward. So yeah, I love my partner very much, and I hope that we continue to grow together, whether that's doing more things together, looking at moving in. Who knows? I just know that sort of I want to continue to focus on that. I'd like to travel a little bit this year. I've got 2 places in mind that I'd like to go. They'd mainly be just like chill weeks or chill trips. One is a place that I'd like to go to, and one is a place that my partner would like to go to. So yeah, hopefully we'll get to go there together. And then the final one is learn to edit my own YouTube videos. So my boyfriend is a video producer. So at the moment, he very kindly edits my videos, but I don't feel that's very fair to say to him after a long day of work, oh, can you just edit this? So I feel like it's time I learn to edit my own videos. And then I've just got some smaller goals, which is to wear jewellery more often. I've got loads of lovely bits of jewellery, but I always forget to put them on. So I've started wearing a little ring there, and I'm trying to wear like a necklace every day and sort of change it up so that I'm using all my jewellery. Next one is to revamp my lounge. Bit of a weird one, but I'm just kind of like bored with the layout of it. It's been like that for a couple of years, so maybe move some bits around and maybe paint a wall or something. We'll see. Third little goal is to paint my nails more often. Again, a bit like the jewellery, I've got lots of nail polish, but I never actually use it. So we'll go with that. And then the fourth one is to water my plants regularly. I've got 3 little plants in a pot, and every now and then I'll look at them and think they're a bit dry, so I'll sort of drown them in water. But I'd like to try and water them a bit more regularly, more often, so that they're not so dry and parched. So yeah, that's sort of the layout for the next year. I think hopefully it will be a good year, but I'm not expecting sort of anything massive to happen this year unlike last year. And sort of I think that's another thing, is that like at the new year people say, oh, this is going to be the best year ever, but not that I'm not expecting it to be like the best year ever, but just I know that not a lot will probably happen this year, and I'm okay with that because last year was busy and tiring and a lot happened, and so it'd be nice to sort of have this as a revitalised year. So yeah, that's my goals for the year, and I'm planning on maybe I'll do like a mid-year check-in, see how things are going, and then one at the end of the year or beginning of next year to see how we did. So yeah, I hope you all have a very happy new year and a good January, and I shall see you soon. Bye.